YouTube, what a YouTube, Down Home News TV. We got a video coming from Hassan Campbell. I follow his videos, watch him whenever he posts. Not all the time, but I watch him a lot. And speaks some speaks some truth into the world. I like him for that. And him being up in New York, he could give you a bird's eye view for the most part of what's going on with the legal immigrant situation. But I've seen his video already, but I just wanted to kind of spread it out a little more, and hopefully more people will see and see what's actually going on. We actually try to help the illegal immigrants after a mayor says, "Hey, you should take them in and house them." But no more talk. Let's get to it.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Mayor Adams, what are we doing here? So, let me get this straight, right? You got these people coming in the country illegally because somebody in power was promising them something. You're allowing them to come in. You're actually using some of the schools, the gyms in the schools, the Board of Education, to house these illegals while our children go to school. You're telling people to bring them in their homes, illegals, in our homes. These people are sleeping in hotels, tents on sidewalks in the street. So you have this one Bronx man in a business, has his business on Fordham Road. He decides to take these migrants in and charge them $300 a month to live so that they don't have to sleep in 20-degree weather outside in New York in the cold.
Ibu Sar owns both of the makeshift migrant shelters shut down this week by the NYPD, one in Queens, the other here in the Bronx.
The cold can kill. The cold weather.
Some 130 West African men from his native Senegal and surrounding countries now left scrambling for housing. In a recent interview, Mayor Eric Adams did not specifically criticize Sar, but added, generally speaking,
I would not want to be a cop in New York. Thought about being a police officer or sheriff, but I don't know if I got it in me. But I know I would definitely not want to be a police officer in one of the metropolitan cities, especially what happened maybe a month ago, 3 weeks probably by now. Those immigrants.
those who exploit innocent people must be held accountable. So we asked Sar, who emigrated from Senegal almost 3 decades ago, if he believed he was exploiting the migrant men who paid him roughly $300 a month for a bed in his 2 business locations.
I'm not exploiting anybody. Like I said before in the past, we are helping ourselves because they're not helping us.
SAR does acknowledge the health, fire, and safety concerns raised by so many people living in a space not designed for residential use. The latest stats only further complicate this debate. The Adams administration says between the city's traditional homeless population and migrants, there are now a combined 120,000 people living in the city's shelter system.
It's not nothing new.
And while these makeshift migrant shelters are now topping the headlines, the reality is countless struggling New York City residents, including Bronx resident George Arroyo, have and continue to pay monthly or even weekly for a single bed in a crowded room inside a stranger's apartment.
I've been paying like $150, $200 every week, for a room just to sleep. I can't cook, you can't do nothing,
How many years have you been doing that?
I've been doing that for like a lot of years. I'm not surprised because people don't want to be out on the street in the cold.
Ibusar says he has no regrets.
We need change. We're not going to let our people out there sleeping in the streets. It's wrong. We are all equal.
Build buildings department and fire department officials telling me this afternoon that they have issued several violations to the corporate entities attached to this property and the one in Queens. Potential fines, a maximum of 50 grand between both properties from DOB, 8 grand from the fire department. The DOB hearing set for early May. It is still unclear if Ibu Sar has any connection to either of the corporate entities that received those violations. We're live.
I'm gonna cut it short right here, but go into further detail. So Ibu, he was allowing immigrants to live with him and charging them. Well, I guess once word got out that he was actually housing immigrants and charging them, the state came in and shut him down, and now he has to possibly pay up to $50,000 for the fine that the state gave him, even though the mayor of New York City said the American citizens should allow the immigrants to come in and live with them. He didn't say they couldn't charge them, he just said they should open their doors. But let me know what y'all think about that situation. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm Dre Day. Y'all have a good week.